Welcome to Tuesdays with Trailblazer, brought to you by Martech the video podcast where we bring you the latest trends and insights in marketing and technology. I'm your host, Bhakti, and today we will get to know about Domo, which puts data to work for everyone so they can multiply their impact on their business. And to walk us through, we have Mark Boothe, CMO, who's passionate, result oriented, and drives organizational growth, effective communication, and strong leadership. So, without further ado, let's welcome Mark. Mark, how are you doing today?
I'm so good. How are you? Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. So, let's dive right to the first question. 15 years is a long time in marketing, which has seen so many drastic changes. How has that diverse experience shaped your approach to driving organizational growth?
Question. I've had a wealth of experience from some pretty amazing companies. I started
Mm-hmm.
with a web analytics kind of testing and targeting company called Omniture back in the day. Was acquired and learned a lot of kind of that scrappy startup world, which was really pretty amazing. Right after I was hired full time, I did an internship with that company. We were informed that we were being acquired by Adobe, of course, one of the greatest companies in the world. And
Wow.
and luckily, I was really inexpensive, I guess, and they decided let's keep him, and so they kept me, and that was, one of the better educations that I ever received was spending a decade plus at Adobe doing everything from communications work, customer marketing, customer reference work, running a content team, running social media. So I had a really cool opportunity to learn from some of the best marketers and one of the best brands around, and went on to work in ed tech for a while at a leading learning management system in Canvas, LMS, and Instructure, and now over here at Domo, which is absolutely amazing, where we're totally focused on helping people use data to go out and do amazing things. So it's been a pretty fun journey, and it seems like a lot of years. I guess it is. It seems like it's gone by in a flash, and it's just been fun to work with some amazing people and do some cool things.
Interesting. So, does that translate to, say, the relationship between field marketing and community building in your overall strategy?
Yeah, I think what it comes back to is customers and relationships have always been a really big part of what I did and what I do.
Mhm.
Very early on in my career, I had the opportunity to start leading and helping build kind of customer marketing, and that was really just from happenstance. I had a really good friend and mentor who was doing customer marketing, who took another job and decided to leave, and I was still really young in my career, and probably I for sure didn't have the qualifications that were needed, but had some good champions that backed me and um, took a chance on me, and I started doing customer marketing for Omniture and for Adobe, and so much of my focus has been on how do I how do I work with customers? How do I build really good relationships? That with any kind of customer or community building, there always has to be a valuable value exchange, both for the brand and for the customer or the advocate or the community member. If there's not, you're not going to be very successful. There has to be something that's in it for those community members, for those advocates to give, whether that's to give a case study, to give a quote, to answer something on a forum, to be in a video, to post on social media. And if you're not thinking as a brand, how do I make sure that I am incentivized and helping them be successful? Those programs are
Mhm.
not going to build and work the way that you want them
Interesting. I think relationship works at all quadrants of life. I mean, that's the key thing. So that makes sense. Now let's talk about the customer. How do you ensure your marketing strategies are truly aligned with their needs?
to. Yeah. So in marketing at Domo specifically, we have a handful of really big priorities. One of them is that we're laser focused this year on our ecosystem play, on what we're doing with partners. I'm actually out here shortly with Snowflake, who's a big partner, out with Databricks
Mm-hmm.
here shortly. Um, and so that's a big focus. But tied in with that is that it's for us the year of the partner, but it's also the year of the customer. So it's a massive focus for our marketing team, a massive focus for the business. From a marketing perspective, we're always trying to figure out what else can we do to put our customers front and center.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty amazing because we have 2,600 plus amazing customers that we work with. Domo is this platform, for those who don't know, that basically allows you to leverage data, extend data, take action on data, automate all that action on data. And we do that for a lot of the coolest brands all around the world. And so being able to use those customers and put them front and center to tell your story, whether that's in advertising or it's on the website or it's in emails or it's whatever else, you will see a lot of things from Domo that are customer centric because one,
Mm-hmm.
we love our customers. Our business is
Mm-hmm.
focused on helping them be successful so that we in turn will be successful as well.
That's a great approach. So looking ahead, how do you see Martech evolving in the new few years, especially in terms of data integration and visualization?
How do I see Martech evolving? I mean, obviously, AI is already a key piece of everything that's happening. It seems like across most of Martech, but even more important, more than ever today, the evolutions, the new products, the new solutions that seem to be coming out on a regular basis at such scale that's almost not mind numbing. AI is a big part of what is happening today and is really changing the landscape. We've got a lot of really cool innovations that are coming out of Domo from an AI perspective, and I assume many businesses are doing the same kind of thing. The work and jobs that you may have needed to do a year ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago, um, may not be the same kind of work that you need to do today because
Mm-hmm.
you have models and you have AI that can help you do some of those jobs that you don't have to spend time on. I'm not at all one of those doom and gloom. AI is going to take over the world. I think AI is going to help us get a lot smarter, and it already is. The ability for an analytics platform, any kind of business user, to be able to put to a platform and say, "Show me what my sales were for the past 3 weeks in this store,"
Mm-hmm.
without knowing how to write code, without already having dashboards prepared for you, that's a real game changer. For me to be able to simply use my voice to say, "Hey, show me these metrics," and to then pull up graphics, and more importantly, show me how did you get to that data. Sometimes AI can be a bit of a black box. It feels like, well, where did you
Yeah.
get that from? Can I trust it? Is it real? From a Domo perspective, it's important for us to be able to show this is how we derived that answer. This is how we got to that data. So it isn't a black
Mm-hmm.
box. It's like we're going to
Correct.
use the power and the innovation and the amazingness of what AI is, but we're going
Mm-hmm.
to keep it so that you still know what's happening. You still know how we're deriving those answers, which I think is a really important part of Martech and using AI of the future.
Correct. The right prompts are very important in this case, like how you like what kind of data you want. Apart from this, like you've had a great experience. So can you share your valuable lessons that you had?
Yes, I can for sure. One of kind of the big tenets that I live by, and you'll hear me talk about a decent amount, is I was at Adobe. I was in a time where I was having struggle with a colleague. It seemed like a lot of roadblocks, a lot of red tape, and I had a really excellent mentor and friend and leader who came to me and said, "Find that person's yes. Find his yes. Find her yes." Um, and that's a pretty valuable thing that goes with me everywhere I go. What that means is what makes them tick. Find what it is that gets them to value, whatever that value is for them. And if you're building relationships that are based on, I want to help you and you want to help me, and we're all
Mm-hmm.
going to get to that place that we want to get to in the end, like that's valuable stuff. And so find his yes, find her yes is one piece. And the fact that relationships really do matter. It's cliche. It's been talked about for so long, but really, truly, businesses are based on relationships. Salespeople
True.
who are really successful nurture and build relationships. I get a pretty significant amount of sales calls and connection requests and whatnot on social media. And it
Mm-hmm.
makes a big difference, those who have taken the time to build a relationship or to be memorable. Perfect example. As is the case, I'm sure with most people, I get ADMs or BDRs or SDRs reaching out to me every so often, trying to get
Mm-hmm.
a meeting or trying to find more information. A lot of them is just another sales pitch, and it's not that interesting. I had one recently though, where this individual was just captivating, just interesting beyond belief. He was different. He was not like every other sales call or sales email that you receive. He was memorable, and he had done the pre-work to get to know me and to interact rather than just being another cold call or cold email. And you can guarantee I took a meeting. I listened to the pitch, and so much of that is because of that relationship. He taken the time to actually get somewhere. So for me, so much of any success that I've had is because of the people that I've been able to be around. The reason that Domo's marketing does really great thing is because the people are amazing and they're driven and they're doing really cool things. So to me, it all goes back to the people. So take care of those people so that they want to continue being part of something cool.
Thank you so much, Mark. I really enjoyed hosting you on our podcast, Tuesdays with Trailblazers, and thank you all for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave us a review. And do check out Domo, which helps companies optimize critical businesses process at scale and in record time to spark bold curiosity that powers potential business results. Thank you so much.